Welcome to Geek Philosophy, where we love geeky wisdom. If you're new to the channel, I'm Brian, and today I'm just going to do a quick video to answer some questions that I've been getting recently about where to find some of our other stuff. You've gotten familiar with YouTube, you see me on here all the time, and you were wondering where some of those other things are. So let me take you to our website first, and then I'll show you where you can find everything that we are involved in. So geek-philosophy.com, yes, that's right, geek-philosophy. For some reason, couldn't get the full geekphilosophy.com, but maybe it'll come available one of these days. But if you head to the site, you'll see it's pretty basic. We've got our YouTube channel linked. We've got an About Us page. The things that people have been asking about. Since we stopped streaming our Guardians of Getica campaign, you're wondering, hey, how do I find any of that content? You used to have it on Patreon. Well, the Guardians of Getica link, I just opened in a new tab, opens to a Guardians of Getica website. And this website has a bunch of information based on the setting, so you can kind of scroll through. The intent of this is to be sort of a Nexus portal. The Nexus bulletin board is sort of an interactive in-game world thing where you can go and magically interact with the board. In our world, it's just a website. So this means that you can kind of go through and find out about, the Guardians of Getica, the Royal Academy. There's a message from the headmaster with art from my friend Carrie Stanley, who did most of the art on this site. Talks it through as if you're using this to run one of your campaigns. When you go to our courses, it fleshes out the world a little bit more. It gives you sort of a note from Professor Artemis to kind of give you that immersive feel for, hey, these are students at the Royal Academy. So take some time to go through this. You can use any of this stuff in your home campaign. You can use this as a launching pad for your game with your kids. And I think it's a good way to sort of show them what the world is like around what they're doing. So who are the Guardians? You get a description, a message from each of the, in this case, a message from one of the elders. And then you could talk about what types of Guardians there are, the apprentices, Guardians, and then the elders. And so this is sort of a way of immersing yourself into the campaign world. If you go to adventures, not only will you see a message from the professor, you'll be able to see what are the latest adventures that we have. As I publish more information or we run any more games, I'll add to this, but these are the ones that you can kind of go check out. So if you want to see the Lost Sky Shard, you click that. And because we did go ahead and run this session as a group, you'll be able to see how this works in action. So if you're running this for your table, you can see how I used all the materials in the adventure kit. The adventure kit is then available through clicking the download button. It's a link to a Google Drive folder with a zip file that will give you all of the information from the Lost Sky Shard. So you'll get things like the images that we had in the session, the adventure itself is in there. So this is sort of a great resource to be able to, here we go. So here's a great resource to be able to go and run any of the 3 adventures that we've got here. If you're looking for Lorekeeper, the rule set that we use during the session, there's a link that gives you direct link to the PDF. And this is sort of a streamed down version of a role-playing game that's very much what we did in the Guardians of Getica setting. So you can get everything that you need to play the game as far as the rule set here, but make up the rules that you want to use. And then finally over here we've got our Etsy shop. So we actually started Geek Philosophy as an Etsy shop first. We started making things that we thought would be fun from a gaming perspective. So currently what we're doing is we have stickers available. So we have sticker packs, so you can sort of go in and purchase a sticker pack. And this one is an artificer pack, which gives you a bunch of different things that you can, put on whatever you like. It's just fun stickers themed for your campaign and your character. We've got a druid one available as well, so check these out in the shop. The other thing that we do is all of the stuff I've been talking about, like from a Geek Philosophy perspective about, Dungeon Master tips and things like that. We put together a series of digital assets that you can use. So these are DM screen inserts, so you could use these digitally. You could put them on your iPad or whatever, or you could print them out. So we've got these available if you're interested. Also, still have some left. We don't have a ton left, but if you're into any of the jewelry that we have here, we no longer do any of the laser cut stuff. So if you're interested in any laser cut jewelry, we don't have our Glowforge Forge anymore, so we're putting that on hold for the time being, but we still have some inventory left. So if you want to check any of this stuff out, Crystal did all of these and just amazing job. These were very popular. We've only got a handful left. Just wanted to show you what was there. So let's head back over to geek-philosophy.com, and then you can see all of this stuff is available on the site. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is our merch. Some of you have been asking about how do I get a mug or how do I get a t-shirt? Well, it's here. So you can go to the merch tab, and we've got Geek Philosophy shirts and bags and hoodies and all kinds of stuff, but also the Guardians of Gattaca stuff. So if you want to rep the Geek Philosophy logo, that's available. You can also grab yourself a Guardians of Gattaca shirt as well. So all of these things are currently available. They've been available for a while. If you want to get them, feel free to go do it. This isn't me pushing anything on you. I just had a bunch of people ask, so I wanted to make sure that you had a place to go find this stuff. I'll be posting a link in this video description and then also somewhere on YouTube to make sure you can find it. That's it. Pretty quick one today. We've got some other stuff coming up this week. We'll be venturing into the world of World of Warcraft a little bit. I will give you a video here soon about that. Also, a follow-up to our campaign planning episode that we had, because we had some really great viewer comments about how to do certain things when it comes to planning campaigns. So I plan on doing a follow-up to that really quick. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Cheers.